easy to deploy and plug in either on your ECC or S4 HANA system. And we're also going to see some of the demo and then use some time for Q&A and answer any other open questions. So let me start off with a brief introduction. This is me, Viresh Palludi. I'm CEO at Infosight Consulting. I have about 20 years of consulting experience in the UK, Europe, US, and APAC region. I previously worked in SAP, in SAP ECC in Germany, and of course KPMG in London. I have engineering, MBA, and also education from Cambridge University. So today I'm joined by our expert in taxation, Sachin Kumar, who is the CA. He has over 25 years of experience in taxation, and he's been a chairperson for our taxation committee as well. He's a non-executive director at Infosight, and also he's a faculty member in ICI and also IIM Bangalore. And also we are joined by Chitra Saingan. He also has about 25 years of experience, mainly in SAP FI CO. He comes with a lot of FI and SIN and SAP BPC experience. And he is certified SAP consultant, and he holds MBA in finance. So before we start off, the flow will be, I would request Sachin to take us through what is the real compliance and what it means to large and medium-sized companies, and really talk about the industry and the requirement. And then I would request Chitra to take us through the SAP add-on demo and show us the feature functions and how it could be deployed to places. So bearing in mind we have some time constraints, we'll be trying to covering as much as possible, but if time doesn't permit, just let us know. We can arrange a one-on-one session with yourselves and your team. So with that, let me use a couple of slides to briefly introduce ourselves. We are a UK headquartered company with ISO 9001 certification for quality and 27001 for data security. We are predominantly SAP consultancy driven, although we deal with other ERP products. We are a SAP consulting house. We service across advisory, consultancy, project management, resourcing, and outsourcing. We have presence in most of the countries globally, covering and giving the ability to cover most of the regions. Some of the clients we work with, and I'll not take much time. I just use this time to introduce ourselves as a SAP service provider and our capability across verticals as well. So this is the transition roadmap we typically engage our clients with. Should you wish to engage with us, we'll engage at the advisory level, help you form a business case, and kind of collaborate and plan together, deploy, develop, test, launch, and optimize and continue the journey. So some of the niche solutions, the first one here I have is iBilling. We have expertise in billing aspects, anything in the billing engine. It can be a vendor invoice management or usage-based billing or conversions billing or the e-billing, for example, in this instance. And we have HANA-related capability, leasing solution, mobility, Fiori, etc., and TPM, trade promotions and promotional-related aspects as well. I'll not take much time on the other aspects. Of course, the SAP HANA managed services we cover, the IoT enablement in terms of connecting the embedded sensors and then transforming and allowing it to reimagine the enterprise in the connected environment. And of course, the run-the-mill RISE-FW, all the SAP RISE-FW components that we can run with. So with that, I conclude the introduction. Now we jump into E-Invoicing introduction. So with this, I invite Sachin to introduce us and also take us through the very aspect of e-invoicing. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Viresh, and thank you, everyone. It's been government of India. In fact, it is very keen on integrating technology into its governance, and it is seen in every aspect of the government decisions, whether it is income tax, which has become a faceless now, or for that matter, GST, where you have one of the uh, latest that introduction in GST is this e-invoicing, which is I think which will have a far-reaching impact on the way GST is governed and it is collected. So from that perspective, we do have kind of new provisions in the GST law, and all these things, if you look at primarily government's objective here appears to be to curb this tax evasion, and of course there have been many incidences of tax evasions which had made a headlines here, and of course the corruption that they wanted to eliminate, and there is a very strong will of the government to eliminate corruption in that direction. Even this particular invoicing is a major step, and of course by introduction of this invoicing, it also enhances the tax administration process. Those who are very tech savvy, I think I'm sure they'll be able to understand that uh, almost close to it is almost close to blockchain, except which blockchain, one of the underlying factor of a blockchain is a single version of truth, which they are planning to arrive at in this particular government's objective through this e-invoicing, or for that matter, I'm sorry, through GST. And introduction of e-invoicing in that direction, it will enhance the efficiency of the tax administration. And for the SSEs, it will be a ease of compliance, and that SSEs will be able to use uh, efficiently these systems. And so, therefore, just to know about what is there as e-invoicing for that matter, just to understand e-invoicing part of it. If you look at invoice, is a primary document that evidences the existence and the validity of a transaction in a GST, and these assessments and scrutiny revolve around this particular document. So therefore, it is quite an important piece of document. So the credibility of such document now will be approved by the government, and it is no more a manual system. It will be automated now. So, so therefore, from that background, we will have this e-invoicing, and GST Council, which is a panel of all the finance ministers of all the states. The GST Council has notified the applicability of e-invoicing with effect from actually 1st April 2020, but however, now the same has been deferred to 1st October 2020. Basically, if you look at the B2B invoices, B2C invoices, there is a difference. They have categorized it into two things, B2B invoices and B2C invoices. And in case of B2C invoices, more than aggregate turnover, more than 500 crores in a financial year, and they have to, this e-invoicing provisions will apply to them. And in case of B2B, it is more than 100 crores in a financial year, right? So, and of course, there are certain exemptions that are given to a certain set of people, like insurance companies or banking companies or financial institutions from are exempted from implementation of these e-invoicing requirements, and goods transport agency supplying services in relation to transportation of goods by road in a goods carriage, and passenger transportation services by way of admission to exhibitions of cinematograph films in multiplex screens. These are some of the exemptions that they have created. And the mode of creating these invoices, there are various technology-based, means they have given modes for creating these invoices. It could be web-based, it could be API-based, and SMS-based, or mobile app-based, or offline tools, or GSP-based. See, all these things, I'm sure the team will take you through. And if there are any questions on this, possibly we should be able to engage with you on these questions on a broader scale. And over to you, Viresh.
Welcome to this webinar. I'm Chitrasenan. So in this part, I'll just take you through the process of e-invoicing in a two-part. First is through this PPT. I will just let you know what's the process which is there in the system, and followed by a demo of the IRN process in SAP. So here, we are just offering with the two solutions. One is the fully automatic, and the other one is partially automatic. When I say about the fully automatic, so you create a SD document or a billing. So in the background, actually this program, it will fetch the data from the SAP system, and it will push it to your NAC portal. There, it generates an IRN, and the IRN is brought back to your system. So in this part, actually, the user will not have any intervention. So everything happens automatically. So you create your SD document as like the way you create it now, and automatically everything happens in the background. You get your IRN generated. It comes back to your source system. So this is the fully automatic part, and this is what we advise. And also to start with, we also offer another solution, which is partially automatic. So by partially automatic, what is it? So the user creates a billing document. So, and after creating this billing document, actually they have to come to the cockpit, where in the cockpit for the given date range, you will have your document displayed in the cockpit, and you can just select those documents. You generate the IRN manually. So this is the second part. So here I'll just give you the general flow which happens. So if you just see here, you generate your SD document in your source system. It is compiled to a JSON file. It is pushed to your NAC portal, and there in the NAC portal, you will get to have your IRN generated. So in the same time, actually you will have your Annexure 1, Annexure 2, and Part A of your e-way bill. It will get auto-populated by the information which you have received from your JSON. So actually there's an option as well as an option by which actually you can as well push your Part B of e-way bill, which is nothing but your vehicle number and transport ID. If ever you are able to just push or capture and push these information to your NAC portal, you will as well be able to create your e-way bill as well. So again, here in the GST system, actually you will get your IRN generated, and after that you will get this IRN along with your signed JSON back to your source system. And in the real time, so as soon as you have your IRN generated, this Annexure 2, actually the buyer can view their ITC in the real time. The moment you create the IRN, the same time the buyer will have the ITC in their portals. So this is something which happens in the real time. So coming back, you will have your JSON file signed digitally along with your QR code information. So this is all about the basic flow. I'll take you to the next slide. So coming to the key takeaways, actually, the transaction which are covered in this system is B2B, B2G, exports, and the e-commerce, the business which are happening on the e-commerce, the billing. So, and the type of documents which are covered are invoices, your debit note, your credit note. And those which are not covered are the delivery challenge, the bill of supply, and your job work. So next is actually, as you are aware, that IRN is mandatory for each and every invoice, and it is being generated by the IRP. So there is as well a validation of your GSTN and the deduplication as well. So you will not have any duplication. That is a primary check in the system. So, and as said earlier, actually, all those companies which are having a turnover more than 500 crores, actually they need to have their QR code generated, and it has to be printed in the E-Invoice. So coming to the cancellation, again, for the cancellation, you will have the option to cancel the IRN within 24 hours of the IRN being created. So else, then you have to go with the credit note. That is, the system will not allow you to cancel the IRN after 24 hours. This is a part of a mandatory compliance, so which has been imposed. And you have the option to generate 10,000 line item per invoice. So you have these options, and as well you will get the adjacent payload both for your E-Invoice and QR code back to the system. Based on the system, you can just generate. So coming to the printing actually you can just carry out the way you are just doing now. If ever you prefer, you can just have your IRN printed in your existing form. So there is no mandatory aspects to the printing of the invoices. You know what are the information which has to be captured, that becomes the mandate, but there is no any specific format for the which has been included in this part. So again, signature of the seller, actually it is not going to be mandatory, since actually it is going to be signed digitally by the NEC portal, and you will be getting it back. So again, you have your schema. So based on the schema, the information it will get passed on to your system. So this is the pattern by which you get your IRN and your QR code generated. So if you just see the IRN, it starts with your GST number, your document type, your internal document number, your fiscal year, and thereby it generates a hash, which is a 64-digit. Coming to the QR code, actually this is the pattern by which your QR code is generated. So it starts with your GSTN, your customer GSTN, invoice number, the date of generation, invoice value, the number of line items, the HSN code, and the unique IRN. So by the way of QR code, you will be able to get, by simple scanning, you will be able to get these information into your system. So this is the bundle of API which are being used for these purposes. So as of now, actually, the government has given these API, which enable us for generating IRN, cancellation, the report, health check, and as like. So this bundle of 6, which comes for you for this solution. So to summarize, actually, the transactions which are covered are B2B, B2G, exports, reverse charge invoices are covered, and the documents which are covered are your invoices, including exports, debit note, credit note, your ISD invoices, and the related credit note. Documents which are not covered, actually, the delivery challenge bill and refund vouchers, which are not covered in the existing system, or you will not be, it will not be available for creation of your IRN. So this is all about this one, and this is the schema. You can just have a look on this. This is the schema by which the data is being pushed from your source system to the NAC portal. The one which you see as M is mandatory. So all these information which are mandatory, which has to be pushed. And as of now in the existing solution, these are being already mapped. So when you plug in, these mandatory information are already plugged in, and you'll be able to derive these details. And the one which are represented in O are optional. So maybe in the later case, if we are able to send these information as well, so we will be able to get enabled with the other reports and other changes. So these are the schema. So coming to the final, so you are assuming that you are sending information to the NIC portal. You have two results. One is the success, the other one is the error. In case of success, you will get back your acknowledgement number, acknowledgement date and time, your IRN, your signed JSON, and as well as you will get the status of active or cancel mode. So whenever an IRN is generated, there is no change. It becomes static that it will not get changed in case of active or on a cancel mode. The only thing is that the IRN will remain static and the status alone will get changed to active or cancelled. So with the existing IRN, you will get back the status as active or cancelled. And as well, you will get the signed QR code. So in case you get an error or the information which you have passed, it has ended up with an error, you will get the error code, your error message. So this error code and error message is captured in your log. So in the log, you can just view those error code and error message. You can make necessary changes and you can regenerate your IRN. So this is all about the process. So I'll come back to the sign-in features later. So I'll straight away just move to the demo part. So this is the cockpit, and for as I said, you have two options. One is the fully automatic and the partially automatic. I'll start with the partially automatic. First, I'll show how the data flow and how the process happens in SAP in our solution. So for the given date range, you will get your SD document. So I've given the date. So for a given date range, the system will pick your SD document and you'll be able to see as like you see in this screen. So here you have your billing documents. So I'll show you. I'll just select one billing document first and I'll just show you how I create a IRN in this system. So you got your IRN created in the real time. So see, actually you have your IRN generated, you have your acknowledgement number, you have your acknowledgement time as well. So the information has passed down to the NIC portal. The IRN has got generated over there. It has brought back to our SAP system, and you are just giving in the IRN. So next, what I'll do, I'll just select the same. For the same IRN, I'm just going to generate a e-way bill number. So first I'll generate two more IRN so that it will be easy for me to just give you a demo. So you got the IRN generated with the acknowledgement number, acknowledgement time, and now I just show you how to generate a e-way bill. So I select this billing document, click the e-way. So this is your edit screen of your e-way bill. So you have to two parts. One is the part A and part B. So if ever you need to have edit of this information, actually these are the information which has been pulled from your delivery document and your billing document. So here you have the option to edit as well. So you can edit your transporter mode. You can change it to any mode. So here it is in the road. I'm just changing it to C mode. And as well in the part B, see if ever you have your vehicle number incorrect, you can as well edit your vehicle number. You can change the number, you can edit over here. If you don't actually require, you can straight away go and create. Now what I do, I'll just go and create the E-Invoice. So with this information, I'm able to just generate the E-Invoice number as well. So this is the E-Invoice bill number with the status as active. It has got created. So this happens. So I'll generate one more E-Invoice bill. So you got E-Invoice bill created with status as active. So now actually I'll show you how to cancel. So you have the option to cancel the E-Invoice bill. So I select the document, I go and cancel the E-Invoice bill. So it gets cancelled. So you got this one. So your E-Invoice bill number get cancelled with the status as cancelled. You'll be able to see this. So you next actually you can as well cancel your invoice as well. See, if you are going to cancel your invoice, first and foremost thing you have to do is you have to cancel the IRN first, and you have to cancel your invoice document. So here when you select and cancel the IRN, so the process, what here it is embedded here is actually your IRN will get cancelled first. It will go to the NIC portal, it will cancel the IRN, come back to the system, and within the system, this solution goes and cancels your billing document. See, along with the billing document, you also have the option to reverse your delivery document as well as your PGI. So here in this demo, actually I have the SD document alone reversed, which I'll show you. So now I'll just cancel the invoice. So you could see this IRN getting cancelled. So what I'll do, I'll just select this billing document, which ends up with 2459. I'll just go and I'll just show you the document flow wherein actually you will be able to see the document getting cancelled. So you got your invoice cancelled. As I said earlier, you can as well reverse your outbound delivery and PJ automatically. So this happens in a real time. So when you just cancel your document, the IRN gets cancelled, your SD document gets cancelled, your delivery document as well will get cancelled in your options. You can have, or you can just take the option to have your delivery document cancelled. So next, you have the option to edit the E-Invoice. You have generated your E-Invoice, but subsequently you want to have your transporter or your vehicle number edited. You can just go and edit in the screen. So that's with the E-Invoice edit. You can edit your information. Now I'll show you the print. So as I said earlier, you can just go with your existing print form. Actually here, just for the sake, I have given this IRN and E-Invoice. Actually, we have brought in the IRN E-Invoice, just printed over here. It's your option. You can just find some place in your existing form. You can just have your IRN and E-Invoice bill printed in your existing form. So there is no hard and fast rules for this one. And I will also show you the print of the e-way. So you can have your e-wayable generator and printed over here. That is in the format which has been prescribed. So you will be able to see, or you will be able to generate the e-wayable print instantly. So this is all about the basic flow which happens in this solution. So you got to know create of IRN, cancel of IRN, and all those stuff. So as I said earlier, that was the partial mode of executing the IRN generation. And I'll also show you now the fully automatic. Fully automatic in the sense, actually, you are creating a delivery document and subsequently you are creating a billing document. So once you create a billing document, so in the real time, what happens is without the user getting intervened in the process, the IRN will get generated. That is your information, as I said earlier, your information will be collected in a JSON form. It will be transferred to your NIC portal. There it will get to have the IRN generator. It brings back your IRN and it updates in your source system. So I'm just generating one delivery document with a billing document. You just see this one. So I go here, take the delivery document, I save the document. I got my number generated, which is 7644 is my billing document I got generated. What I'll do, I'll just copy this one. I'll go to the cockpit. I'll give an execute. So you got your IRN created. So this is the fully automatic mode. Nobody can or nobody need to intervene in the entire process. You can do the business as, or you do the transaction as you do the way as you do now. So you can have your IRN generated. And as well as you have one more option whereby if it is going to be a straight to straight case or one-to-one case wherein you have your IRN, you want to have your e-wayable generated to a party, you don't need to have your part A and part B edited. That is, you have the sufficient information captured and you are generating one e-wayable for one IRN. In such case, even that as well can be made automatic. In the sense, if you just generate your billing document in the system will automatically create your IRN. It will as well create your e-wayable. So the entire process will happen. So only aspect where you have to come to this cockpit is the cancellation of e-wayable and cancellation of your IRN. But again, I can say you, or we can just give you a solution whereby the cancellation as well can be made automatic in the sense you go to your basic standard transaction, you go and cancel your billing document. You just go and cancel your billing document, say you are canceling 7644. Automatically the system, it will take back this again the information, go back to your NIC portal. It will cancel the document and bring the cancelled status and all other information. So if you adopt the fully automatic part of our solution, as you do the business as like you do it now, you can just continue the same way with all the aspects being taken care by this solution. As you do a SD document, you generate a SD document, all the process of generating an IRN happens in the real time in the background. You cancel the SD document, again the cancellation of the IRN, your status, all other stuff which is brought back to your source system, that also will happen automatically. You need not come to the cockpit. Again, in the fully automatic, you have the option, or you will need to come to the cockpit only for e-way cancellation or the edit in e-way. So all other things can be automatic, made automatic in the end-to-end. So see, so I got my IRN generated, and again, this document as well, I can create my e-way number and so on. And as I said, you can as well create or make this e-wayable creation as well automatic. So that's up to the entire process flow. So hope actually you might have got a good glimpse of the entire process. So I'll end up with this and I'll just move on to the PPT. And
perfect. I think that this is fantastic. The demo was really good. Probably we can come back to some question and answer in the end. But it looks like the demo has covered most of the aspects. If you can highlight what key features it comes with and how we can deploy, and also what feature functions will be part of the add-on solution that we're going to deploy, and should the participants and the companies wish to engage on the solution, what modus it will work with. So if you can quickly cover some of them using the slide deck, then we'll go to the question and answer. Yeah, you want to carry on with the slide?
Yeah, I have one silent features. Maybe we can just go with that.
Okay. Yeah, I can present.
Are you sharing?
Yeah, okay, I'll do that. Okay,
yeah. Maybe that's the one slide remaining. I will just go with that. Maybe you can take it up immediately after the slide.
Sure. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so what feature functions the add-on solution comes with, and how we can go about deploying? And what's the ease of deployment? Would it involve interfaces? Would it involve external licensing? Would it involve manual interface monitoring, etc., like in other solution? No, it's going to be kind of sitting inside your box and working automatically without manual intervention, as we saw. And also, it won't require another middleware and also connectivity to another portal for services. And also, you won't be requiring any subscription-based add-on costs, etc. So, can you take us through salient features, and then we'll talk about other aspects?
Yeah. As actually I was mentioning, so actually this application interacts directly with SAP in the sense that, as Mr. Veer said, you don't have to have any other like .NET or Java, whatever it may be, between SAP and the NAC portal to get to have this communication. So the SAP will directly communicate to NAC portal. It will exchange the data directly from SAP to your NAC portal and back from NAC portal to your system. So that is the primary advantage of this solution. And secondly, actually, again, you don't need to have any manual intervention in the process of having your IRN generated. As I said earlier, you can just do the business as you do right now. So you can just create a SD document, the billing document. That's it. So the IRN will get generated in the real time. All the information will be brought back to your system. You have your IR code, you have your QR code signed JSON information, and other MAS information. So, and the other way around, you can cancel the billing document as you do in the standard mode, that is using your standard transaction. Again, everything happens in the background. You have your IRN cancelled, you have your UA cancelled parallelly. You don't need to do any aspect as far as creation of IRN, cancellation of IRN. And in certain cases, if ever you have, as I said earlier, state-to-state one-to-one cases, you can have your EWA as well auto-generated. So only the part where you need to your cancellation or edit of your e-waybill. So this happens in the real time. So you may not have any intervention, or your user may not intervene in the entire process. So this is one big advantage. And coming to the third part, so as I said, one-to-one cases, actually there is you can have your e-waybill auto-generated. And there is one interesting factor is that assume that you are just going to create your ERN, that is you are creating your SD document. So in the background, actually the information is passed down to your NAC portal. And assume that there is a connectivity problem in your NAC, that is NAC portal. So the information has been passed to the NAC portal, but there is a server, the server is down. So the IRN has not got generated, it's hanging over there. So in such case, actually we have one reinitiation process which has been enabled such that the system will just keep on pushing the information till the server get live. So if assume that for as of now we have fixed it at 3 minutes. So every 3 minutes this information will get passed on to NAC portal continuously. So assume that there is a 3 minutes. So first time, second time, third time, it is 9 minutes. At fourth time, assume on the 11th minute, the NAC portal is getting corrected. So on the fourth attempt, it will get to have the IRN generated. It will bring back. So
this is very important.
Unless,
Chitra, this
yes,
is very important, right? If the layers come in, and if one portal comes down, I've seen in some of the client places, they'll have no clue where it gets lost and whether to regenerate or to continue. That kind of cost of ownership and maintenance is very high in some of the other solutions. In here, this is one of the major benefits where there is no third-party layer coming in between you as a SAP user and the government portal. And the solution deployed would automatically ensure, to an extent, has intelligence to keep pinging and ensure there's a continuity, even though the government portal comes down for some time. So this is a great feature, I would say, and that will give peace of mind and also reduce the cost of owning this all the time, right?
Yes, Vesh, to add one, actually there's also the other way around. So you have your IRN generated, but it has not reached your source system. This is also taken care. That is, till it reaches your source system, there is again the other way around. It will just keep on pulling back the information till it gets back to your source system. So at any instance, you will not lose your IRN information in spite of you have your connectivity down.
Perfect. So just for clarification, can you also touch upon how the e-waybill aspect is covered? Some of the questions participants is asking, and also in previous engagements, there were obvious questions on how would we ensure our e-waybill solution is also covered under this.
Yeah, that's what I told or I have given in the demo. So as a part of e-way, so as soon as you are generating your IRN, when you want to just create a e-way, there will be a pop-up screen. So wherein you have your information of part A and part B. So all the information which are residing in your Excel system will be captured as a part of part A. And part B, as I said earlier, you have your transporter ID and your vehicle number. So this gets transformed and you will get to have your e-way number generated. And also there are also certain instances where you need to have a changeover of the mode of transport. And for example, your vehicle is going for broke down, and you have to change the vehicle number. Again, this is possible. So there are n number of features which are possible, or you can just go and edit. So almost all the features which are covered in the compliances or which are needed by the government as a compliance, it is scattered. Maybe when we just go with the one-to-one.
the other question was around e-signature. Do they need to implement e-signature separately, or is it embedded and inherent because the government already signs off the invoice? How would we counter that?
As for the advice which we have been receiving or till now, actually there is no need for the seller herein or herefrom to sign the documents, because earlier, as ever, we used to have a digital signature, which is mandatory thing that a seller has to sign, either physically or a digital. But what it says, since the IR is going to get generated in the government portal, so the government is authenticating this invoice. So it is going to sign and send back the invoice. So herefrom, so the seller will not be required to sign the invoice. So this is the one part which has been given by the government.
Perfect. I think for participants, if the size of the company is relatively less, then we can also have another solution for e-signature as well. But as part of e-invoicing and e-way bill automation, as Chitra explained, this is also covered, and it's very inherent within the aspect of signing off. So, I think we have covered majority of the feature functions. Should anyone wish to go in further detail, probably they can contact us. We can arrange another session. Some of the deliverables, I'll not go through them in detail. But in terms of timeline and resources, we are talking about very easy to deploy, 15, 20 days kind of a time to deploy, right? Can we re-emphasize to the audience? Can we really deploy in 20 days time and get them up and running, get them compliant, get them foolproof?
Yes, Mr. Viresh. Actually, this is a plugging kind of solution. That is, it almost done with the 90%. The 10% will be catering to your MIS part or very specific certain transaction to the business that is business specific. We need to just work on. It may just cover only the 10% of that. So even the 20 days, the 15 to 20 days, which you have said is the part which includes the cushion. So we'll be able to just give them with the testing within 10 days. Within 10 days, we'll be able to just give it for the user testing.
Perfect.
As I really said, like actually all the mandatory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the ease of engagement and also ease of deployment is very key, right? And also some of the prospects would have a larger complex database, ERP basis, with multiple company codes, multiple instances. So obviously we can work with them to see how we can optimize and also parallel work streams working alongside and also centralize if they are working on convergence within the ERP landscape. So all in all, I think it's looking very attractive proposition of 2 to 3 weeks maximum. And also we do cover all skills required to deploy and maintain. So just to clarify everyone on this, how would we support it post-implementation? Are we going to be with them ensuring it goes error-free, and how long we're going to offer the support for?
Yeah, regarding the time, Mr. Viresh, I have to answer this?
Yeah, please. Yeah, please.
Yeah. So regarding the time, what we are just offering is that 1 year will be in support. As you know that since this is going to be a new venture for as a part from the government and as well as from corporate. See, actually, it may go for recurring changes in the API. Actually, the government is on with the continuous improvement. Even in right from the start of giving us with the sandbox client, it has been given continuous, patchworks on the continuous improvements. So at least for the next 1 year, there will be a continuous patches update from the government, which we will be working with the client to update this patch. And as I said, we will be supporting the month-end support as well for at least for the last 2 days at 24/7. We will give the month-end support for 2 days for the clients. So that the IRN process will not be a headache for them.
Yeah.
So and
I think that's very important.
Yeah.
Very important we stay alongside them and their team and then support. If the further patches come in, we also assure that the solution will be intact. We ensure it's upgraded and maintained. So there's no requirement for them to further change or enhance the solution. So it will be supported and also we'll make a journey together with you for a year if required to ensure it's stable and you can take over and your total cost of ownership comes down. So, so in terms of engaging, just despite this, should you wish to get in touch, Anthony Nesta is our Client Services Director for APAC, and you can reach him on his mobile or on email and arrange for either a pilot in your sandbox system or development system, or if you're already ready in terms of preparedness, we can start off with the deployment for yourself. So we will be standing by and then assisting you. Just getting conscious of the time. We are done with this webinar, but we can arrange a one-on-one session with yourself to deep dive and also to demonstrate how our templatized approach will help your industry need also. We recognize there are bespoke solutions sitting in your system and also industry templates. Solution adapts to industry templates and also works alongside your custom solutions. So with that, probably we can conclude. Chitra, is that okay? Any other points, final points?
Yeah.
I know a couple of questions are pending. Any further questions, please ping us. We will get in touch with you post the session.
Yeah.
So with that, I thank you, Chitra, and also special thanks to Sachin Kumar for taking time out and coming in, clarifying the industry position and legislation and compliance requirements. And thanks for Chitra for the demo and technical details. We will be in touch with most of you very soon. Thank you all. Have a nice day ahead.